is for the beginner authors on my YouTube channel who have commented, Stephanie, I'm a beginner. I don't know where to start. In this video, I'm going to take you through 3 books you can very easily sell as a beginner without using Amazon KDP. So the very first book is an affirmation book, And these are what they sound like. It's a book of affirmations. I started selling 365 daily affirmations for Powerful Women of Faith. I believe I was selling it in 2018. I'm going to check the copyright there. But these are so easy to make, especially if you're somebody who loves affirmations. And when I tell you, this was one of the quickest books I've ever made. If you like to write affirmations, it's going to be very quick for you. Or you can just find copyright-free affirmations and make a book out of that as well. Totally up to you, but most of us here are authors or writers, so I'm assuming you're going to want to write this yourself.
To get started with your book of affirmations, go to canva.com/templates and type in quotes. You're going to see a bunch of templates that you can use that are beautiful that you can very quickly make into a book. I'm going to recommend that you choose something that is black and white just so that you can do this extremely quickly. But honestly, you can choose any of these. It's all, it'll work out for you no matter which one you choose. So I really like this one. I have the paid plan, so I'm going to use this one. But if you don't have the paid plan, just use any of the ones that don't have the little crown, like this one, for example. So I'm going to choose this one. Customize this template. Now, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and resize this for an ebook format. So up here, go to resize, custom size, and change this to inches. And I'm going to do 6x9. And then I'm going to resize this design. If you have the free plan, then you'll have to manually do it, but it's fine. It works the same. Now we have our template. So you'll go ahead and just add in your affirmations. I'm actually going to change this to black. This is an ebook, so I can keep this in full color. That's totally fine. But just for now, make that purple. And mine is an affirmations book based off the Word of God, so I'll use my favorite verses. First one is Romans 8:28. All things work for your good. So I'm basically taking what's in the Bible and rewriting it as an affirmation book. Now I can go ahead and duplicate this and do that again. Something I like to do for my affirmations book is I changed each one to like a different type of font and like made the design a little bit different, but it's completely up to you. So this would be a different Bible verse, a different affirmation. Maybe I would move this way. You know what I mean? Just build out your entire book. And when you're all done, you need to add your cover. So I would go ahead and make a new page. On the left here, templates, you can search book cover, find something that you like. This is beautiful. So I'm going to do this one. I'll name it Affirmations of Faith by Stephanie Rodnez. And if I wanted to, I could change this little image here, but I actually really think this is lovely. And because I changed that color, I'm actually going to change this color scheme back to that gold. Beautiful. And for ebooks, I usually just make the front page the back page. And so on and so forth. Build this out for as many affirmations as you want it to be. And then you do share, download, make this a PDF standard because it is a digital ebook. Download this front cover because we're going to need this when we list it for sale. So download that as a PNG or a JPEG. And then we need to go ahead and build the website so we can list this for sale. I'm very excited to announce that today's video is sponsored by Hostioner.com. Hostioner is an incredible AI website builder where you can build a website in just minutes. I'm so excited to show this to you because this is beginner friendly. So go to Hostioner.com/godlywoodgirl. I recommend that you go ahead and use the business website builder. This plan is amazing. It comes with 50 websites. It comes with 1,000 products you can list for sale. And the best thing, you get to keep 100% of your profits. And that's the whole point because they have zero transaction fees. If you remember, Amazon takes 50%. So go ahead and click choose plan. Any plan 12 months or over, you get a free domain. And over here where it says have a coupon code, insert discount code godlywoodgirl and you will get 10% off your entire hosting plan. When you finish filling out your information, you'll be taken to this page. And so go ahead and just tell the AI what you do. So I'll say, I sell ebooks that teach women of Christ how to grow closer to the Lord. That's it. And then click this little upward arrow, and you're going to watch the AI build your website for you very, very quickly. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Faith grows. That's perfect. This is perfect. So I'll go ahead and click continue. First things first, add your book for sale. So I'll click add product. Mine is a digital ebook. I'm going to upload that front page image because Hostinger's AI, they have a product description AI. It'll write your product description for you. You don't even have to write the sales copy yourself. It'll just do it for you. So I'll click open. Beautiful. I'll scroll down. I'm just going to list this for sale for $14.95. Right here, you upload that ebook file that you downloaded, that PDF file, because as soon as they purchase, Hostinger will deliver them the file immediately. It's great. You don't have to do anything. And then I'll check off show related products for now, and then I'll click save. This is the back end of your product manager. So I'm just going to delete these other products that the AI suggested for me so that I only have my book available for sale. And at the top right here, click edit website, and you will see our book available for sale. Now, hosting is what you see is what you get, so you can very quickly customize this. For example, I could say it's time to grow closer to Christ. For this logo, I'll change this to Christian books. I actually love this screen, so all I'm going to do is delete this button, move this here, click edit button. I'm going to link to my first affirmations book, and then I'm actually going to move all this up. Like I said, hosting is what you see is what you get. You can make this exactly as you want. And I'm going to adjust the section height. Beautiful. I'm just going to take the opacity down just a hair. I love doing that. And right here, I'll click this text, click edit text. And I like to do my background color the same as the header. I just think it looks all luxurious. I'll center this. Beautiful. And here I'll click add section, online store, single products, and that way the affirmations book is right here. I can edit this button to match that branding again. Gorgeous. And I don't necessarily need this section, so I'll delete this. I'm going to keep this, and you'll see why in the next section. I'm going to definitely keep this. Always be editing or be growing your email list. I'm just going to change the color of this button to our branded purple. And down here, I'll change this again to the logo, Christian books. Deepen your relationship with Christ. I would connect my socials here and add my contact info here. Just probably move this over a little bit and always keep that opt-in button. So just like that, we've got a website. Let's go to the shop page. I'll just delete this section here. And then I can actually make this full screen. So if you click edit section, layout, original, you'll see here. And I'll just change this to 3 because again, I know what's coming. And then the about page, I don't actually need. It's always good to have an author bio, but for now I don't need it. So I'll go to pages, click about, and I'll just delete this page. And you'll notice you can also add pages as well. Hosting is what you see is what you get. So for now, I have my book listed for sale and my website done. You see how quickly you can do this if you just use AI.
The second book that you can very quickly sell as a complete beginner without using Amazon KDP is a guided prompt journal. A guided prompt journal. Guided prompt journal is exactly what it sounds like, which is why it's so simple to create. So you are writing a prompt for somebody to respond to within the book. It can be 5 days. It can be 7 days. My favorites are 30 days. I don't know why I like a 30-day guided prompt journal. It's just like a whole complete number, but it's totally up to you. Guided prompt journals are meant to guide somebody through solving a specific problem in their life. What's cool about these is that each prompt doesn't need to be that long. Each prompt can be like 500 words or less. It really does not need to be that long, and that's why they're so quick to create. In my book, God Will Grow Prayers Victory, you'll notice that there are guided prompts at the end of every single day. So simple to do. And let me tell you, when I was writing those, I was like playing inspirational music, and I was like, oh, it just comes out of you. Play the right music, and you're going to be able to write these very quickly.
We're going back over to canva.com/templates, and this time I want you to type in prompt journal. and hit enter. And you're going to see these templates that you can use for literal journal prompts. So use one that is very close to what you would already like to do. Like this is probably what I'm going to use because it's so close to what I want. But they have a lot of different versions. So just pick the one you want. I'm going to click this one. Then I'll click customize this template. And then I would just customize this for how I want my guided journal to be. So again, I would make this Bible-based. So I'll do Romans 8:28 again. I'll say, read this Bible verse and think about your own purpose. How can you see what God called you to do reflected in this verse? Why is your career such an important path to follow for the kingdom of God? Write down the good you see in your life as a result of living your purpose. All that just based off that Bible verse. I'll just move this up here. And I'll say, write a prayer to the Lord, reflecting on your thoughts in this prompt. You see how quick that is? And I can add lines if I need more. I'll move that down. And you would just repeat this. So I would do another verse. I would do another verse. I would do another verse, so on and so forth. When you're all done, again, we need to make our cover page. So same thing, templates, book cover. Find something that you like. This one is perfect for me. Wow, that's gorgeous. I'm going to click this one, guided prompt journal, Bible verses. Love that. I like to duplicate this for the front and the back. This is going to be another ebook again. I'm going to download this. Same thing we did last time. Download PDF standard, compress it, flatten it, download. And then also again, download your front page. So download. I'm going to do JPEG, just that first page. And then go back over to your store. And on the left here, click Store, Products, click Add Product, and do the same exact thing. Mine is again digital, so I'll click Digital, upload the image. The AI is going to write the description for me. Excellent. Again, $14.95. I'm going to upload that ebook file, the PDF file. I'll turn off Show Related Products and click Save. Now let's go back over to our home page. And if you scroll down, you'll see, oh, look at that. We've got both books here now. And if you go to shop, we've got both books there, and that's so cool. That is how quickly you can do this. It's so fast.
And then the third book that you can sell as a complete beginner without using Amazon KDP, this one is the quickest, is a lined notebook. A lined notebook. I'm not kidding. These are so fast to make, you could probably make them in less than 5 minutes.
Once again, we're going back over to Canva, but this time I want you to keep in mind, since this is a lined notebook journal, we want it to be 8.5 by 11 because we want people to be able to print out these pages. So we're gonna go back over to canva.com/templates and type in notebook, hit enter, scroll down, and you'll see really nice notebook templates like these, or you can even use sometimes like these. These are very colorful. Look at how beautiful this one. Oh, I might actually use this one. This is so pretty. But choose the one that you like. Just choose one that you like. I'm going to go with this one because it's so beautiful. Customize this template. Now we need to resize this for 8.5 by 11. So I'll go resize, custom size, inches, 8.5 by 11. Resize this design. You see how it came up a little bit short here. So just select the whole thing and drag it out so that it's not so short anymore. Move this one over, this one over. Beautiful. And that's it. Once you have the page perfect, go ahead and duplicate it for as many pages as you want them to be able to have. So I would probably do like 100 or so. And then again, we have to add a first page. So on the left here, templates, search. Oh, look at this. They already gave you a notebook one, but basically, so go to templates and search notebook book cover. And you'll see a bunch of different options that are absolutely stunning. This one is lovely and matches the aesthetic of what I've already created. So I'm going to go with this one, and it already should fit. And instead of my plans and thoughts, I'll say my reflections on the Bible. Then when you're all done, I like to do this front and back. Same exact thing, except because this is meant to be printed out, to share, download, instead do PDF print because we want them to be able to print this out, and that'll give it the best quality. We're gonna flatten. I changed this to CMYK because it's best for printing, but that's only on the paid plan. So if you're on the free plan, it's fine. Just keep the RGB and then click download. And same thing again, download just the front cover. And once again, go back over to our website. Same thing again, go to store, products, add product. This is again digital, but if you want it to be physical, you can do that here. Digital product, upload that front cover again. Once again, the AI will write the product description for you. Bible Reflections digital notebook. I love it. Download. I'll probably put this as $5 because it is a printable. Here, I'll click upload files. I'll select that printable and turn off show related products and click save. Now you should see all of your books here. And again, Hostinger lets you list 1,000. So this is just the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my main page by exiting out. If you scroll down, there she is. Isn't that beautiful? And if you click in here, click edit section, layout, I can change this to 3 since I have 3 books so far. And once I have more, I can change that to more. That's totally fine. And you know what? I am absolutely loving this orange color. So I think I'm going to change. You see how this purple is here? Let me show you how to change this. Actually, this orange. I'll do this orange. Let me show you how to change this because Hostinger makes it super easy. So first I'll go to Canva and I'll sample that orange color. Then on your Hostinger store on the left, go to styles. And you see where it has all these colors? It says how many times you've used this. So this is that purple color. Click change, select, put in your color code, accept. Look how gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? So actually, I think I also want to change these too. So click edit section. I'll do the same thing. Oh my gosh, I love this website. Edit section, I'll do the same thing. Wow. This is stunning. Stunning. I'll click save, and that is how quickly you can build a website. So let's preview this. Look at this. Faith Grows, Shop Now, Affirmations of Faith. Then we have our other 3 books, Bible Reflections Digital Notebook, Guided Prompt Journal, Affirmations of Faith. We have our opt-in box. You always want to have this. We have our footer. And then if they go to the shop page, look at that. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So if you are ready, my beginner authors, if you are ready to quickly get started as an author, go to hostinger.com/godlywoodgirl. Use discount code godlywoodgirl at checkout to get 10% off your entire hosting plan.
If you get started with any one of these 3 books, you are an author. So just get started. I see your comments. I hear you out. I completely understand. When I was working on my first book in 2008, none of these resources existed. I remember crying my way through a lot of that process. It took me a year to get that book done and self-published. So I completely understand being a beginner and being kind of like, oh my gosh, this is too much. I can't do this. But in this video, you just saw that you can do this, and you can do this very, very quickly. Just follow the steps, use AI to build your website, and do your marketing. Now, once you are ready, once you've published your first book, you're gonna have the buzz. You're gonna be like, yeah, I can do this, right? So now, let's write your nonfiction book. Come join me in the Godly Wood Girl Faith-Based Author School. I have the 31-day Write Your Book Bootcamp where I show you how to write and self-publish your book in 31 days or less. You're just gonna follow each prompt. You're gonna get your book done. So many of my students, praise God, have published with this formula. Let me give you a little sneak peek.
Hey, it's your girl, Steph Rodness, and if you've been struggling to move forward on your journey as a faith-based author, I've created a brand new community called the Godly Wood Girl Faith-Based Author School just for women like you who want to move forward in your purpose as a woman of Christ, writing books. The school includes the Author Toolkit, which has 10 tutorials for 10 different types of Christian books you can write, including nonfiction books, daily devotionals, prayer journals, ebooks. There's a lot in there. You'll get access to the God Wood Girl Book Funnel Toolkit, which shows you how to take your book, bundle it up, and put it into a sales funnel, including a lead magnet funnel, a tripwire funnel, and my very favorite, a webinar funnel. You'll get access to the book promotion toolkit, which shows you how to create a marketing plan to promote your funnel, because in order for people to buy our books, right, we have to tell them about it. And that's what the marketing toolkit shows you how to do. Plus, you'll get access to a community of other women who are writing faith-based books just like you are. Sis, you do not have to do this alone. Come join the brand new God Little Girl Faith-Based Author School so you can get the tutorials you need, you can get the community you need, and most importantly, you can get the network that you need to step into your purpose as a faith-based author. I can't wait to see you there. Visit ChristianAuthorSchool.com to fill out the application form and apply today.
In the meantime, don't forget to watch my free 3-day Start Your Book Business Challenge, where I'll show you how to get started with your email list as an indie author. Go to ChristianBusinessToolkit.com. And don't forget to watch this video for even more resources to help you step into your purpose as an indie author. I can't wait to see you there.